Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series we will go back to where it all started, and this time round we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Sapienza for the Fatal Reaction Challenge, which entails killing Francesca de Santis with the biolab gas. It's quite a fun one, this. So for this challenge we will require a silenced pistol and, more importantly, our ever trusty lockpick. You can start at the harbour if you wish as well. So with that said, let's get reacquainted with our target, shall we?
Francesca de Santis, a high-level ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber, and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47, so failure is not an option.
So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way to the church on the other end of the map, which is why I recommended you start at the harbour. But for the purposes of the video, I have opted to start in the plaza square. So we are going to make our way down to the church, and we are going to enter into the church via the crypt door here, which is why we brought our lockpick. So we're going to lockpick our way into the crypt. Just be aware of the priest and Mario. They may be wandering around. Hopefully the priest won't be, because I expect him to be upstairs somewhere. So we're going to lockpick our way into the priest's cell and take out the surveillance system. This is rather important as we will encounter quite a large number of cameras later on, and there will be a security system nearby, but it will be quite difficult to get to. So we're going to take it out here while we're at the church. So once we've taken out the surveillance system, we're going to make our way all the way around the building and into the church and trigger this conversation between a scientist and the priest. And once that conversation has been triggered, you can either stick around and reveal the mission story and go through the mission story, but we're going to be following the same beats anyway. So we have opted to ignore the rest of the conversation. We're going to make our way now into the morgue, which is next door to the church. And we're just going to wait for the morgue or the mortician to leave. We're going to close the doors behind him, lockpick our way into the morgue or autopsy room or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to lay down on the slab. What we're waiting for now basically is for the scientist and the priest to finish their confession session, and then the scientist will make her way here.
Room secure.
Leave me, Bernard. I want to be alone.
Ma'am.
So once the bodyguard leaves the room and the doors close, we will stand up and make our way over to the young lady, and we are going to render her unconscious and take everything she drops. Basically in this room we can acquire everything we require, but this is not the fastest method. There is a much faster method if you go directly to the biolab. So once we've picked up the dongle, the key card, and taken the dead lab technician's outfit, we can now make our way towards the biolab. Now the fastest way to the biolab basically is via the mansion. We go in, get a waiter's outfit, go to the observatory, get the biolab key card, and go straight down the stairs. But I wanted to take a different route, as that is the route we usually take. So we are going to run all the way along the beach area under the promenade and along to the pier, where we will find a gap in the fence and some rocky outcroppings, and we're going to follow this path right towards the ruins at the back of the mansion, and we will find ourselves a door, and we have the key card so we can let ourselves in, and we're just going to run straight now to the containment unit. We're going to go around the edge of the cave though, because there are a number of enforcers around, one of which we will now have to avoid. So as we get to the blue drums here, we're going to crouch down and we're just going to wait for the scientist you can see ahead of us to finish his cigarette, and he will then move away and have his back to us, and we can then pass through to the back of the quarantine area. So what we need to do basically is go into the quarantine unit itself. While we're in there, we'll destroy the virus, and that will attract the attention of Francesca. So the scientist has now moved away. We're going to take the left hand path here and all the way around to avoid the other enforcer. You can see right there. We're going to make our way into the changing room where we can pick up a bio hazmat suit, and we're just going to wait for the other hazmat wearing guy to move away before donning the suit and making our way into the containment unit. Now in here there will be up to 4 guys. I don't think there's ever really less than 2 guys in here at once, and we need to distract a couple of them. So we're going to approach this panel here and sabotage it, and then immediately blend in at the microscope behind us. So there we go. That's going to distract one of the biohazmat suit wearing guys, and once he's past us we can then make our way to the far end of the room, and we're going to sabotage this device as well by collecting a sample from the top red tray and placing it in the bottom red tray. There we go. And again we're going to cross the room and blend in at the microscope. That's going to attract the attention of the last guy monitoring the virus, and when he goes to investigate we can then approach the virus and turn off the temperature controls. We're going to make our way back to the microscope and blend in once again, and at this point all we have to do is wait for the virus to detonate. It will blow up nicely.
Virus destroyed. 1 target remaining.
So all we've got to do now basically is wait for everyone to leave the room. And they do take their time about it, but eventually we will have the whole room to ourselves, and all we have to do then is wait right here, and eventually Francesca de Santis will make her way down from the very top of the villa, and she will come to the control panel outside, which is where she's at. She's going to turn on the ventilation system before making her way into the containment unit, and the ventilation system means that she doesn't need a hazmat suit. So once she's safely into the room and the door is closed, if we turn around we will find an environmental control panel directly in front of us, and we can turn off the ventilation system and kill Francesca with the gas.
All objectives complete. Now head towards an exit.
So that will get us the fatal reaction challenge, and all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and we're going to go for the amphibious plane. Just be aware in that main area there is an enforcer hanging around, but that is the fatal reaction challenge taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.